Good morning, good morning. Welcome to United Tykes Network. I'm your host, as always, Tommy Glover. We are live from McDonough, Georgia, Avalon Park for UTN's 2025 Labor Day Lock-In. First game of the day, 6U matchup should be a very good one between the Smyrna Seahawks and the Georgia Rattlers. First time we're seeing the Rattlers this year. We saw Smyrna in preseason in our tournament. They finished in third. Seahawks are currently ranked number 6 in the country, behind the Inslee Broncos out of Alabama, Terrence City Ducks, New BMF, East Tennessee Bears, Osceola, and ABA, the Baby Flock. Will be some changes in this top 10 6U come Tuesday. First down and 10. For the Rattlers. Offsides on the Seahawks. That'll be 5 yards. Going in the other direction. Let us know how we look and sound out there on UTN live on Facebook and YouTube. Rattlers moves up under center now. Handoff up the middle. Good stiff arm. He's rolling. And this is what the Rattlers were talking about. Can they get in the open and make it happen early and often? Touchdown, Rattlers. That young man very fast. Rattlers strike early. On top 6-0 right now. As I said, Seahawks currently sit at number 6 in the country. Rattlers staking their claim at being one of the best teams in the nation as well. Here we go. Upcoming 2-point conversion try. Handoff. And he's in there. Rattlers on top 8-0. Now we will get our first look at the Smyrna Seahawks on offense. Uh-oh, there goes 21. Good carry, pickup of 8. That was number 21, Jet Martin. Seahawks do have uniforms, do have their roster together. Good job. Oh, got him in the backfield. Ball on the ground. That could be Rattlers' ball. He has it. It is. Rattlers take over, turnover. Going that way again. The black team came out here motivated and striking. If you hear little voices in the background today, I have my grandsons with me, 2 of them, Kai and Liam. 3 generations out here today. It's beautiful. That's what we do. Football in the blood. Ain't no way around it. All right. After that turnover, Rattlers take over. 6 minutes left in the first. Okay, I see you. Keeper. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Truck stick. Seahawk faithful out. Rattlers out as well. Got him to jump. Offsides on the Seahawks. Bring up 1st and 5 now from the 18-yard line. What up, Chris? Whatever time you want to come, you can come. It don't matter. Whatever time. That's what I was trying to call you last night, but you know we had games like y'all last night. Whenever you want. All right. Bet. That my wayward cameraman, Chris Neesmith. He ain't here yet, but he'll be on the way. Get us some more ground footage. But we got a crispy live today. Hand off at the middle. They cannot tackle him. It's enough for the first down. All right, we got a full slate of games today, too. Ball on the ground. Recovered by the Rattlers. We're supposed to have, I think, 11 games today. One of them just fell out the schedule. We got 10 games today. Next up, we have the 9U Georgia Force and the Stonecrest Spartans. 12 p.m. Douglasville Tiger Cubs Roadrunners versus North Henry Ghost Boys. 1:30 East Side Babies versus the City Colts 11U. 3 o'clock Southeast Chiefs and Mississippi Buckeyes, the Battle of Mississippi at 11U. Oh, wow. Dancing in the end zone again. The Rattlers having it their way right now. Looking very good. Up 14-0 on the Seahawks. (14-0) with 2 minutes remaining in the first. Fumble, did he get it back? He did, and it's good. 16-0. All Rattlers right now. All right. Rattlers came out to play today, really ready to make a statement, put their team on the map in this 6U national scene right now. Timeout, Rattlers. We'll be right back. All right, we back now. Two minutes remaining in our first. Offsides on the Rattlers. Seahawks. Swing pass. Oh, and it's caught. Good play. Roll out right. Completed to that boy Jet. Okay, Seahawks showing life. On the move right now. Shout out to my man Vince from the GMYFL, man. Beautiful job you did with the UTN logo at midfield. It is amazing. Jet again. May have picked up one. $20 seconds remaining in your first. Keeper by the quarterback falls down in the backfield. And that would be the last play of the first quarter. Rattlers on top of the Seahawks, 16-0. All right, back for the start of our second quarter. Labor Day Lock-In Showcase. Something we tried to start this year because I'm tired of hearing all the talking online about who's better than who. I don't want to debate. We want to settle it on the field. He lets it go. Caught by that kid Jet. Hey, the Seahawks are impressive. Throwing the ball at 6 years old. They're moving. Get off my table. Stop. You're shaking everything. That's why you ain't going to be able to be over here. You bumping the table, shake the whole thing. All right. Seahawks on the move. Started the second quarter on their job. Trying to make it to the edge. And does. Okay. Touchdown saving tackle right there. Hold on to play. Rattlers fan definitely going to let you know when you hold him. Spot foul. Hold at the 30. That'll bring them back to, well, the 37. First and about 20. Upcoming for the Seahawks. Seahawks out the huddle. Hand up to the big back. Fumble again. Ball on the ground. Let's see what the ref says. It is Rattlers' ball again. He's rolling, but he was already down. He is the whole way going the other way. They're right. Finish the play. Always run to the end zone no matter what. Rattlers defense on their job today. Turnover. No touchdown, but it will be the Rattlers' ball. Best Smyrna drive of the game so far. nullified by a great defensive play by the Rattlers again. All right, power to the right. Big flags. Even though a great run, it's coming back. Hold play side. At this age, normally they may let it go if it doesn't directly affect the play, but that was directly play side, definitely affected the play. So they're bringing it back. But these are two very well coached and prepared 6U teams. Mama said, we ain't drive this far for nothing. She trying to get a win. You hear that, Liam? It's going down out here, man. Football is very serious in the South. No matter how young, take it very serious. Cut back. Great speed. Good angle by the Smyrna kid. Can he get him? Oh, wow. He got to make a move. If not, it will be a touchdown again for the Rattlers. Party in the end zone. 22-0 now. Kid from the Seahawks was right next to him. He had the speed to get to him. He just had to pick when he wanted to bust his move to try to dive and make that tackle. But the Rattlers' explosive offense rolling. They want their points on the board. Well, on the live stream, we got it. If you tune into the live stream, it says 22-0. Rattlers on top of the Seahawks in the second quarter. Tempted to pass, no good. Uncle Avon over there, you see they kept talking about the points on the board. Uncle Vaughn is not fixing the scoreboard on time. But he got it right now. 22-0. Ball on the ground again. This is terrible. Recovered by the Rattlers. You hate to see it go like this, but everything is bouncing their way. Hello. We are back. 22-0. 2:20 remaining in our first half. Handoff. Uh-oh. In space. The big back. Gets to the edge. Recovered by the Rattlers. Hey, come here, Liam. Go tell your Uncle Avon in that booth over there. You see what I'm saying? Go downstairs, go around the field, and go in that booth. Tell him. Hello? We are back. Rattlers on top, 22-0. Keeper. All right, 59 seconds left in the first half. Rattlers threatening. They're in there, touchdown. It is good. 28-0. Rattlers on top in the first half. So let's see if he followed instructions. Did he make it to Uncle Vaughn yet? And that is it. Point conversion good. 30-0. Rattlers on top as we go in the half. We will see you back after this. United Tykes Network. I'm your host, Tommy Glover, as always. First Labor Day Lock-In showcase of the day. Georgia Rattlers putting on a show, up 30-0. At this point. Seahawks get the ball first. Mercy rule got them at the 50. Seahawks on the right side of the ball now. Ready to get started. In the backfield. Rattlers defense has been smothering so far. There goes Jet, trying to make it to the edge. He does. Turns the corner. Good tackle. At the pickup of about 8. Seahawks on the move. Had a couple drives where they were moving the ball. Name of the game has been turnovers, though. Fumbles hurting the Seahawks a lot. Up next, 9U contest. Georgia 4, Stonecrest Spartans. Good run. He's close to the first down. First down. He lets it go. Oh, decent ball. Keeper by the quarterback up the middle. Pickup of about 3. Decent keeper. Number 14, Crew Gaboni. Picked off. Coach telling him if you cut outside, that's a touchdown. But I'm telling that young man likes contact. If you get in his way, he is going to lower the shoulder. He is not ducking that contact. Georgia Force in the building up next. 9U. Versus Stonecrest Spartans. Should be a good one. Trying to figure some things out this weekend. Rankings need to be relevant to who's playing football in your platform. UTN teams is what we rank. You want to play UTN football, let us know. We'll get you in the mix. But rosters must be in by September 1st, which is Monday, Labor Day. Y'all got all Labor Day to get them in. If not in, you will not be eligible to compete in this year's national championship. Up the middle. Spin move. Still on his feet. Been a man amongst boys all day today. Minute 42 remaining in the third. Uh-oh. Snap was early. Still enough for the first down. Uh-oh. Good run. Rattlers moving. Started the fourth. 30-0. Handoff. He's in the zone. That man has been running possessed all day long. 1st and 10 at the 11. Back in the red zone. All right. Under 5 minutes remaining in this one. It's been all Rattlers all day long. Spin out. Almost picked. Handoff. Breaks a tackle. Four minutes remaining. Rattlers to the line. Flags everywhere. Would have been a touchdown, but hold will bring it back. Third and 10. Well, 3rd and 12. Close, but not in there. Tush push, and it's good. 36-0. Rattlers on top. Shout out Coach Ball. Rest in peace, Coach Ball, Fan America Ball. Rattlers organization, Atlanta youth football in a whole took a great loss a few weeks ago, and it's good to see them back out here playing ball and keeping Ball's name alive. Definitely smiling down on these young boys today. One of the youngest at the part, the 6U, definitely keeping up that Georgia Rattlers tradition, man. False start. Minute remaining. Up next, 9U. Georgia Force out of Athens. Program founded by former Atlanta Falcon Dante Robinson and his brother. Doing great things up there in that Athens community for those kids. And getting their teams out here to play some national football. The 10U, the defending national champs, were supposed to be on the schedule today. Game got canceled abruptly. Sorry for them. But 8 and 9U Georgia Force will be out here to work today. 25 seconds remaining in this one. This one has been all Rattlers all day long. They were who they said they were. Definitely a top 10 team in the country, knocking off the number 6 team in handy fashion, 36-0. Well, we'll see you back for our next game. 9U Georgia Force, 9U Stonecrest Spartans. We'll see you soon.